Hi there, welcome along to week 12 of the Potteries Fly Tying Beginners class. This week we're going to be tying the daddy long legs. In the vise I've got a Partridge of Redditch Dry Standard SLD2, size 12, and thread for this week is uni thread 80 in camel. You can use brown, any colour you want. Just camel happened to be on the spool. Okay, so we start off, this is the basic version. I'll show you the more advanced version in the class itself. We don't have to come very far along on this fly. Most of the hook is hidden underneath the tail itself, the body. Okay, come along, and then we're going to tie in the tail. And this is a piece of 1mm square foam, so cut from a sheet of foam, and just cut to a slight taper at the end, and just coloured in. Okay, it's quite a big fly this is, so you want the tail to be approximately 1 inch. Lay that on top, pinch and loop that on. Okay, and then work your way down, just tying in those few bits. Okay, you've got to there, just give that a little stretch and pull it. That should be that. That should be well secured now. Okay, now we're going to put on the wings. So I've got some cock hackle in grizzle, and it's the very tips of the feather you need for this. So you're using something that looks a little bit like that. Okay, we lay these on the top, pointing back over the tail. Okay, one that way, pointing outwards, and one pointing back towards me. Exactly the same thing, just laid on top. A couple of turns to secure them. Okay, and snip those ends off. Okay, now we're going to tie in the legs. These are knotted pheasant tail legs. I recommend you buy these as knotted because life's too short to be tying knots in pheasant tail legs. You can get these as a full tail all knotted up, and all we're going to do is we're just going to tie on 3 each side. Now these don't have to be all in a line or anything like that. When a daddy gets blown onto the water, it's all over the place, its legs are everywhere. So you're not particularly concerned with whereabouts they go. Again, when we do the more advanced version with a slightly different body in the class, we will tie the legs on in 6 separate legs. Okay, and 2 on the far side. 3 on the far side, I should say. Okay, so there's the legs coming on. Secure those in. Take that off. I'm going to tie in a cock hackle on the top now. Just tidy those ends up on there. Let's tie in a cock hackle on the top. As I say, this is a very basic daddy. We'll do much more complicated versions in the class. Okay, tie in that. Snip your end off. Finish your thread just before the eye. And then we're going to just wrap this body all the way up now. Hackle pliers on. Okay, now we start to wrap this body. Quite a lot of hackle on this fly. It's not small, certainly not small hackle. Let's try that again. Oh, that's better. Okay, so work your way towards the front of the fly, nice tucking turns. Okay, across the front of your thread and tie that off. Okay, and then snip off your waist piece. Apologies for the bad camera angle. The camera's right in my way when I tie. It's obviously directly in front of me, which makes it very difficult. Okay, and then whip finish at the head. There we go. Like I say, that's a very nice, simple, basic daddy pattern. Catch plenty of fish. So I'll just rotate that around now, you'll see how that sits on the water. Now it looks in profile from underneath.